Hello. In today's video, we will show you how to rename gateways and add drivers and get them ready to use the driver app. As you can see, in this dashboard, we have already added 2 gateways, but they're only identifiable by the serial number. What we want to do is rename them so that we can identify which vehicle they belong to. To rename a gateway, the first step is to click on the serial number of the gateway on the left. Once you click on that serial number, you will see the gateway in detail, and there will be a gear icon on the right. Click the gear icon to edit the gateway. In the Edit Gateway screen, you have the option to change things about the gateway. The first thing you want to do is rename the gateway to name it something more identifiable to the vehicle to which it's attached. In this case, we will call it Truck 1. Once I've renamed the truck, I will click on the orange Save button in the lower right hand, and you'll see in the dashboard, upon clicking All Vehicles, that the gateway has been renamed to Truck 1, so that now you can track it. I will now update the second gateway by once again clicking on the gateway, going to the detailed page, clicking on the gear icon, and then renaming the gateway. In this case, I will name it Truck 2, so that it's now identifiable to the second truck where it's attached. Once again, I'll click on the orange Save button, and upon returning to the dashboard, I will see that both of my trucks are renamed. Once you've renamed our gateways, the next thing we'll want to do is set up our drivers so that they'll be able to use the driver app. To do that, we'll go to the top of the screen and click on Settings, and then on the left side of the page, we'll go all the way down to the bottom to Drivers, where we'll start setting up our drivers. As you can see, there are currently no drivers in this dashboard. To add a driver, we will go to the Add a Driver button in the upper right-hand corner and click that. When we click that button, it will bring up the Create a New Driver menu, where we will have the opportunity to add the driver name and other information, such as license number, license state, any notes about the driver, as well as the driver username and password that the driver will use to access his or her account on the Samsara driver app. Now that we have oriented ourselves to the Create a Driver menu, let's add a driver. So I'll begin by going to the top of the screen, where I'll begin typing in the name of my driver. In this case, the driver's name is Tom Brady. I'll add the driver's phone number. Then I'll add the driver's license number and license state. We'll skip it for the case of this example. Further down the page, we will then need to add the driver app login username and password. These are important. This is what the driver will need to use when he or she opens up the application on their tablet or mobile phone. When selecting a password, please remember that the password must have a minimum of 4 characters. There are a few more options on this screen to further customize the driver profile. For the case of this example, we'll skip those and leave them at the default. To exit this screen, we will go to the lower right-hand corner and click on the orange Save button. We have now added a driver to the Samsara dashboard. It is important here to remember that when a driver accesses the driver application on his mobile phone or tablet, he will have to enter 3 pieces of information: the fleet ID to identify the organization that he belongs to, his username, and his password. As you recall, we just set up the username and password. And if you look on the Samsara dashboard, you can see the fleet ID is visible. That's a 3rd piece of information your driver will need. Thank you for viewing this video.